Best soybean farming practices for maximum farm income, session number 2. This is strategic variety selection for your environment. Understanding the modern soybean genetics. Modern soybean breeding has produced an extraordinary array of varieties optimized for specific environments, pest pressures, and end-use markets. Yet many farmers plant whatever variety their seed dealer recommends or neighbors are planting without understanding whether it truly suits their specific conditions, losing between 10 to 25% of potential yield through variety mismatch. Therefore, understanding variety characteristics and selection criteria allows strategic matching of genetics to your operation. Maturity group, that is MG000 for northern short season, R for northern short season areas through MG8 for deep south long season areas, determines how varieties respond to day length and temperature, with each maturity group adopted to specific latitudes. Planting wrong maturity group too early or too late for your region reduces yields by between 15 to 30% through premature maturity or failure to mature before frost. Herbicide tolerance traits including Roundup Ready, that is glyphosate tolerance, Liberty Link, that is glufosinate tolerance, and then extend dicamba tolerance, and enlists, that is 2,4-D tolerance. Provide weed management flexibility, but come with technology fees, adding between $40 to $70 to $70 per acre, and herbicide use restrictions. Disease resistance packages, including sudden death syndrome, abbreviated as SDS, Phytophthora root rot, soybean cyst nematodes, which is abbreviated as SCN, stem canker, and others provide genetic protection against major yield limited diseases. Yield potential varieties between this yield potential varies between 10 to 20 bushels per acre between varieties, even within same maturity group under optimal conditions. The economic impact of variety selection is substantial. Choosing a variety with 5 bushel advantage over alternatives generates $50 additional revenue per acre at $10 per bushel, easily justifying premium seed costs and making variety trials essential for identifying top performers in your specific environment. However, highest yielding variety is in one environment or year may not be highest yielding in different conditions, making it critical to evaluate varieties over multiple years and location. Utilize university variety trial data from your region and conduct on-farm strip trials comparing 3 to 4 top varieties annually. How to implement effective variety selection. Base variety decisions on multiple information sources rather than seed dealer recommendations alone. Study university variety trial trial results from your state and surrounding states, identifying consistent top performers across multiple locations and years. Optimize varieties showing stable performance across environments rather than those that excel in ideal conditions but crash in stress years. Evaluate disease resistance packages, matching your farm's specific disease pressures. If SCN is present, SCN-resistant varieties are essential. If SDE is common, if SDS is common, SDS tolerance becomes critical. And consider end use premiums for specialty varieties. High protein, non-GMO food grade or identity preserved varieties can command between $0.50 to $2 per bushel premiums, justifying specialized production. Diversify varieties planting 3 to 5 different varieties across your operation, spreading maturity and genetics. This diversity provides risk management against variety-specific disease susceptibility. Seasonal weather variations favoring early versus late maturity, and harvest logistics. Spread maturity allows harvesting different fields sequentially rather than simultaneously. Avoid planting entire farm to single variety, which creates maximum vulnerability to variety-specific problems. Typical strategy plants 40 to 50% of acreage with your highest yielding proven variety, 30 to 40% in second-tier varieties, providing maturity or characteristic diversity, and 10 to 20% in trial varieties, evaluating new release or specialty types. Conduct on-farm variety trials systematically. Plant trip trials of 2 to 3 varieties in long trips, that is full planter widths, times 300 to 600 feet, allowing combined harvesting with the yield monitor data. Replicate across 2 to 3 field locations, providing statistical validity. Record detailed performance notes on emergency, disease pressure, lodging, shattering, and other characteristics beyond just yield, and analyze results over multiple years before making major variety change decisions. This empirical approach identifies true top performers from your specific soils, management, and environment rather than relying on genetic recommendations. Next is our best soybean farming practices for maximum farm income, session number 3.